Today is World Homeless Day, which is a great day for awareness of homeless people everywhere, I think. And there's an alarmingly large amount of homeless people on the streets of Adelaide.
Well, this is the thing. You think homeless person and you just straight away your head goes to someone sitting in a curb somewhere with no belongings whatsoever. But homeless actually means that you think couch surfing and things like that.
You might think a 50-year-old dude with a big beard wearing a guy that's had it rough for a long time. But a homeless person can basically be, a kid that's been kicked out of their home by their parents and who's, just bumming at his mates' places, and he's, a step away from just slipping into being out on the streets.
Yeah, but in terms of homelessness, I guess they're the lucky ones that have somewhere to go, a couch to sleep on. There's a lot that don't. But yesterday we met a guy by the name of Matt. He's a young man with a very interesting story. He was once homeless. Have a listen to his incredible story.
Hi, I'm Matt. I've been with HYPA for a good year now. HYPA is helping young people achieve. As you know, a lot of people at the moment, a lot of other young people are couch surfing, living on the streets, doing, basically I'll call it living it rough, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it's all about raising awareness.
You were homeless for a couple of years. How did it happen?
What happened was I was referred to SYC, which is Service to Youth Council, and they funded me with emergency relief. I was put into a shelter called Youth 110. At Youth 110, we sort of said, right, well, this is what do you want to do, Matt? What's your direction in life? Where do you want to be? They were actually putting me first rather than, this is what you have to do, this is what's going to happen.
Where were your parents at this time?
My parents at this time are in Balaclava. They have an issue, because they're religious there, and they have an issue with the whole gay factor, and which made family life just absolutely went to the crumble, basically, because I wanted to say I'm out, but they obviously didn't like it.
How old are you now?
I'm 24.
So you're very young. So when you were your family religious, when it was time that you came out and they weren't accepting of that, that obviously
that's where the whole going, sleeping on friends' couches.
Well, one of the things that I guess a lot of people listening won't know is that homelessness, or hidden homelessness, is one of those issues that affects a lot of young people.
Yeah.
And I mean, people think homeless, people who literally have nothing and they're on the streets. But it can mean that you're crashing at a mate's place for an extended period of time.
Exactly.
Going from couch to couch.
It's not just about being on the streets. Homelessness is people surfing couches, using mates' places, sleeping on the couch, or they go to, boarding houses.
Talk us through. So when you were homeless for those years, talk us through your hardest times.
The hardest times were probably when I was, because at that stage, I'm distraught about my family and what happened there and those type of things. And from there, I went into drugs, I went into alcohol, I went into partying every night, basically on a downward spiral to where I could probably be lying in a gutter dead.
Yeah.
If I really didn't, make that change.
Yeah.
Do you have any regrets?
Yeah, that I gave up acting.
It's never too late.
24.
No, yeah.
Well, look, mate, thanks so much for sharing your story. It's full on, and we're so glad that you're very willing and open to talk about it. Today is Couch Day to coincide with World Homeless Day, of course. And what they want you to do, shout from the couch. You can donate to the cause by downloading this app. I think we've all got it. It's called Shout for Good. You get that one, and you can donate. You can shout anything from a coffee for like $4.90 for a $5,000 couch, anything you want, which is amazing. Shout for Good. The app is definitely going to help a long way.
Dig deep, people.
Thanks so much for coming in.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Yeah, one of the reasons, I guess, why we wanted to talk about this is because we chatted to Maddie, and it was like, this is really interesting. And like I mentioned before, I used to think homelessness was, that old dude with a beard, trench coat, a red scarf for some reason. Yeah, that's just my idea.
Sleeping under a tree.
And it it turns out I was homeless for 6 months. As a young person.
And you said this yesterday, and we were like, what the hell?
Well, I've just grown up in this such of a shambles of, once I finished school, it was just loose. Not loose as in party, but it was just loosely put together. I didn't really have much of a plan. I took a year off from uni, and I just didn't really know what to do because I just didn't have much money.
So did you have a job?
Yeah, I was a dishwasher.
Yeah,
so you go to work every day? Like $380 a week. Full time.
Oh, full time. That's not much, is it?
48 hours a week.
Far out.
No super.
So
Thank you, Danny
you
Van Tran, you jerk. Where did I sleep?
Yeah.
I'd pull sofas out like pillows over sofas or couches, and I'd just sleep on floors at mates' places, and then I'd sleep at my brother's in my garage. In the garage there.
So you had a roof over your head, but part of this whole thing is with World Homeless Day is that is being homeless.
The thing is,
surfing.
You know, I would find houses that were for rent or for lease, and I knew they'd be empty, and so I'd just go in there and I'd sleep in there when I was like 19. Yeah. I spent 3 nights sleeping because I was in Queensland, so the weather was actually
How
quite
did
nice.
you know that no one was going to come home?
I'm very, very sneaky. You just know because we couldn't pay our rent anymore, so I got kicked out of my original place.
Yeah.
And it was like I'd walk past there to walk to my brother's every day, and I'm like, there's no one in there. The lease sign's still up. I've still got my key, so I just go in there and because someone there was a mattress on the ground, and I slept there. But and I slept 3 nights in a sandbarker.
Is it a golf course?
Yeah, the golf course.
Oh,
Because I was like, this is comfortable. It's like sleeping on the beach. I pretend it was a fun movie.
All right, I reckon everyone should get this
wow.
Shout for Good app, and you should also check out HYPA, helping young people achieve. Do a bit of Googling on those guys.
Yeah.
What they do is
Because there
phenomenal.
are options in Adelaide as well.
And it's good because one, you're doing what I did when I was 19. The difference is a support network. And if HYPA are helping these young people to go from where you are, jumping couches, to go back to uni, get sorted, go on a reality TV show and run your life again. Awesome.
Matt Preston joining us live in the studio in about 20 minutes at SAFM.
Traffic.